Hello, this is MRMAN58 from WGLNA Hobbit. Today I'll be showing you some gameplay of an E100 on Karelia Assault. Right now we're defending and I'm heading down to H1, push out the flanks. That's really what you have to do on Karelia Assault. If you don't push out from your base, you just get surrounded and shot at from every side. So right now I just want to secure this flank, make sure that no enemies will be coming down, and if I have to, I'll go back to base to defend. At H1 there's also a nice ridge line where I could get hull down and just use my turret of the E100 and keep my lower plate safe from enemy fire. Now with that being said, the turret of the E100 really isn't that strong. It can get pinned by high penetration tank destroyer rounds and heat rounds from medium tanks and heavy tanks. However, with enough angling you are able to sometimes bounce especially heat rounds from enemy tanks, and that's something that you really have to learn to do once you start driving the E100. It's a much different playstyle when compared to the Tiger II or E75, where you kind of just want, with those tanks you want to wiggle your turret just a little bit and hope that they hit your mantlet or one of your auto bounce side zones and not your flat turret. Now we come up here, we saw that they had T57 heavy and I had AP loaded, which I try to fire AP as much as I can in my A100. Unfortunately, I bounced what looked like was off his turret ring, but it probably went into his upper hull. Because if I did hit his turret ring, it's very likely that would pen on the T57. Now here, I go for another shot. I probably should have shot the T57, but I try to shoot the 704 instead, and I end up bouncing him too. So now I'm sick of bouncing, I start loading some heat rounds, just to make sure I could get the damage off quickly here, so I could save myself and my teammates from taking too much damage. Right there I did not angle my turret well against the 268, and then I put a shot into the 704. You can see the pen from the 268 there into my turret. Should have angled it much better than I did. I bait a shot from the 704 and go put another one into him. Now the alpha damage of the E100 makes it very nice in situations like this where you're trading with other tank destroyers of the same alpha damage. You just have more hit points and you could out trade them completely. 268 fires HE at me there, which is interesting. So I put a shot into him. Now I'm just waiting to reload. Try to finish off this T57 heavy here. I move up for a shot, don't have the depression, so I move down to the right just a little bit. You can see a little bit of adjustment there. Gives me enough depression and I take him out. It's a nice ammo rack, which was not needed, but looks cool, so. Now my light tanks are going in on a 268, so this is my chance just to go in there and secure the kill on them. That's what I do. Now if you look at the map here, they're pushing pretty hard into our base. I have to go back and help defend, and I'm hoping that the leopard down here next to me goes and takes the hill that they spawn at. Because if you get defenders up on that hill, you can defend your base pretty much all day, just as long as you have people lighting it. So that's what I'm hoping happens. I'll stay at base, light it, and my leopard will get nice shots into their sides. As you can see here, the speed of the E100, it is a slower tank, but it's not so slow like the mouse is that you just can't relocate. I'm able to get back to the base fairly quickly here. And it's important that I get back as fast as I possibly can so that I could get it into a good position that they can't really dig me out unless they sacrifice lots of health for doing so. Now I was thinking about pushing right up into him here. However, this bat chat right there gets spotted, and if I push up then I'll get spotted and probably shot in the side from that bat chat. I get a lucky shot, and that 1390 there wasn't fully aimed, but it was aimed enough, and I got a nice high roll with it as well. So right now I want to try to deal with this bat chat and the other medium tanks around my Foch 155 here, help him out. And also I don't want to get spotted by these medium tanks and have them flank around me while I'm trying to hold back their E100 and IS-7. See a shot on the T-54. Put a nice shot into him as he's rolling down the hill. And my main focus right now is just killing as many of these medium tanks as I possibly can. Takes their speed out of the equation. Makes it much easier for me. I just have all the enemies right in front of me. Able to take out the bad chat. The Leopard prototype gets taken out by our Leo 1 who did go up to the hill. He's just going to have free reign over all these guys as I spot them. Now the Foch 155 is reloading as the T-71's clipping out into him. And now the Foch is reloaded, as you can see. Still have AP loaded here, so I have to hit the lower plate of the I-7 to pin, and I managed to do so. So AP, it's usable on the E100. However, if you're fighting another E100 that's side scraping or something, or a mouse, you need heat to pin them, or you're not going to be able to. I get unlucky there. The shot, I fired a heat shell and it dipped low. Didn't hit the lower plate of the IS-7. Hit the ground. And I'm angling well against him. He's going to have a really tough time pinning me, even if he's firing APCR, as you could see. Now the E100 is starting to move up a little bit as well. Now here, the shot wasn't fully aimed on the IS-7. I didn't want to sit out too long because I was going to turn to try to get a shot on the E3. That's what I was thinking. But then the IS-7 came out, and I didn't want him to push onto me, so I just quickly tried to take a shot and then fell back. And right now, all I have to do is sit here and defend, let time run out, and let them push into me. That's the nice thing about defending on assault. That's all you have to do is defend. They have to make all the moves. So now right there, I should have taken the shot on the IS-7. I had long enough. I wasn't sure if he was just going to poke out and in really quick. But I do get a shot on the side of the E100 turret, which was nice. I wouldn't have got that if I would have shot at the IS-7. Now you could tell the E100 is firing heat by the sound of the impact it made on the rock there. Right here, I did aim a little too close to the rock. I should have aimed a little bit more left. Got unfortunate not to hit either way. And now I reload an HE round. And when dealing with a E100, when you're shooting HE, you always want to shoot them in the tracks with HE. It's where you could do the most damage. If you shoot them in the turret, sometimes it does like 0 damage. It's really weird. Most consistent way to do damage with HE is to shoot them in the tracks. And again, I get unlucky. Shot hits the rock, but the Leo 1 takes him out regardless. So I saw that IS-7 moving down. I'm thinking he's gonna try to flank me, and I see a tree go down, so I know for sure he's coming around. So I just put my tank right up into the rock here, hide my lower plate, make it difficult for him to get a shot. Leo 1 shoots him. So I poke back, try to get a shot on him, and I had heat loaded, and the side of the IS-7, really, it just eats heat rounds all day long. Between the spaced armor and the tracks, it's really hard to pin IS-7 sides with heat. And I tried to aim it in between the spaced armor and the tracks, but it didn't work out for me. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up this E3. And get a nice shot into the top of his tank. Secure the kill for the win. Now here, got Ace Tanker badge. Almost 7,000 damage done and 1200 base XP. And this just proves to show how good of a tank T100 is. Now there was no RD in the game at the time, which definitely would have affected how I had to play. But if you use the tank right, get into the right positions, you're able to do a lot with it. Now this has been MrMAN58 from WGLNA Hobbit, and I'll catch you next time.